We'll discuss the current state of the market and guess what XRP is dealing with at a very critical level in this episode. You'll be happy to hear what comes next because XRP is now trading at a strong level. People's opposition to Bitcoin is actually growing, which is a pretty positive indication. So without further ado, how about we have a look? A Bitcoin valued at 65,562 Ethereum is currently down approximately 6% from its peak of 3,300, down 7.19% from its peak of USDT and USDC, both of which are at their dollar pegs. As for XRP, well, it's a pretty lean 58, down 4.42% from the total market value of $487 billion that cryptocurrency has attained thus far. People, it is so easy to understand. What direction should we go next? I'll explain. You are aware of our destination. We're heading in a listen to Bitcoin a little bit more. As I just told you, 60 to 64,000 is a CME gap at the present target, which is most likely going to be the low to mid 60s that we will most likely fill after that, and what occurs we're going to ascend once more. This was what we had anticipated, the big Bitcoin. Half of what happens when there is a Bitcoin halving, every 4 years, there is a correction in prices after the halving. This is where people will begin to correct what we will witness. Yelling and kicking as they exclaim, "Oh my God, the bull runs over all of us." The other coins disappeared from XRP. Nothing at all. Here's where those like me and the knowledgeable ones who are watching my video and taking notes come in. All of this information is going to be valuable since, according to the messages we are receiving from the crypto guards, this is probably the last dip we will ever experience. They are telling us to take one last swing at it and add a few more of these old coins now, because your life is going to alter in Q3, Q4, and Q1 of 2025. Now is the time to hang up your work boots from the 8 to 5 grind and start doing what you love, creating content for people. You are receiving your only chance. I would prefer not to hear someone say that. They wish they had made a lower purchase. It is being brought to you now, and I wish we had one more dip. Bitcoin 60K 509K bada beam, bada boom, that's it. We're going to back up. Bull run will go on. Not that this is happening right now. You already know that the adults will begin to move this summer. Q3, Bitcoin begins to gain rewind. We are approaching 100,000, surpassing 125, and potentially surpassing 150. Let's dive deeper into that. $175,000 range at the moment. People are worrying and losing their minds at 65. I recently bought some crypto bags last week, so there's really no reason to listen to them. I may have some extra, but I'm not sure how much crazy money it is. The markets are down and showing negative values. I believe I have lost $1,000, and I am. I'm not stressing out over what it is. How am I acting? I'm genuinely searching and shifting. This is a cryptocurrency that I purchased, okay? You know I'll tell you right away? I didn't see it. Arbitron okay, so I paid $165. That's $144. How am I acting? I'm using the figures that cost me $7,500. 65, and I received X tokens in return. I'm doing the same math to see how many tokens I would have received at $165 versus $7,500 at $144. How can I compensate for the gap? It's just that I require another $1,500, and then it's like, I bought everything for $144. People love it, and that's what I'm looking at right now, and that's what you should be looking at too. Everyone, have a look at the XRP chart. All over the hourly 24-hour, 90-day, and 30-day charts, it is in the red. Every other the friggin' coin is, at least in one of those 4 indicators, essentially in the green. Well, it's not, I know. On Twitter, everyone is gushing over it. She is viewed as a queen by all. Nobody should touch it or even glance at it. It should not even be in the top 10, and, believe me, no one should purchase it. At most, it will cost $3, and at worst, it may cost $10. At this point, we are at a 60C X-ray. You can nap all you want on it. I am aware of the cost, though. Since you have been watching this channel for a while, you know where the price is headed. Although we haven't yet seen it take off, we are positioning ourselves. We're going to witness some action over there, where this object is going to burst into some space. We will see significant movement in the summer of Q1 and Q2 of next year. At that point, we will be discussing price discovery and the all-time high. It is among the final ones to depart, and it will depart. The crypto space is at its most thrilling moment, and I know I'm to go off on a tirade. We haven't actually covered any news that we won't likely cover. Any news since we're discussing the most crucial topic, which is the state of the cryptocurrency markets in their current state and state in their natural form. We're in the red. Credible cryptocurrency is needed for this video to be released since people are freaking out. If Bitcoin holds steady at this point, it appears poised for a nice rise. Supporting the XRP BTC pairing support zone, which lends credence to the notion that XRP outperforms Bitcoin, we maintain these levels. The XRP to US dollar chart shows that we are aiming to maintain this green box, which takes us to roughly the 57C zone. What should we prepare for if we hold this 57th century region? With all of the topics we have discussed and the advice we have given to surpass Bitcoin, I've already seen Brad Garlinghouse appear on numerous business and news programs. Fox Business Jinghouse will be on CNBC, you name it. I wouldn't be shocked if Julia was back interviewing G. House and asking him about XRP's performance. Bitcoin Brad, you think this is it, but why? She is going to say just that. Jot it down, and you can be sure he will say something like, "Utility folks, this is really solving a problem," with the biggest smile on his face. What are you currently searching for? It's extremely easy. All we need to do is hold XRP precisely where it is. If we can do that, the strength of the XRP to Bitcoin relationship puts us in an excellent situation. This thing is going to blow up, outperforming Bitcoin and leaving everything in its wake. Our first goal is to target the 75-cent area, which is crucial for XRP to break through. If we can do so, we'll be able to talk about it at last. You are aware of the next stop once we enter the dollar range, which is roughly $1 XRP. Is $150, at which point I have a strong suspicion that things will take a turn for the worst. After we briefly go off course. It is expected to initiate a swift ascent to reach its peak at approximately $2.80 or $3 if one were to carry out basic math. We are in price as soon as that is breached. I'm in the discovery phase, which is where things start to become interesting. Putting us in Q1 of 2025 seems a lot like the current bull run in 2017 to 2018, doesn't it? It certainly does, and XRP will have his spectacular blow-off top there. I wish my crystal ball was working this morning because I want to know how high we can soar. Since nobody is aware of it at this time, because once you break all-time, since no data is above the all-time high price, no chart can predict where the price of XRP will go. However, we have shared several possible objectives with you. Your possible XRP targets are $7, $10, $14, and $16.